So, true story, I was obsessed with flaming hot Cheetos growing up, in high school especially. I used to sneak them in my biology class while the teacher was talking, so much so that my two left fingers were constantly stained red, and my lab partner, Renata, said that that's how she was going to remember me, and she wasn't wrong. I only used my left hand to eat them because I wore contact lenses and I didn't want to burn my eye later that night. I share that because ultra-processed foods, or UPFs, aren't just part of our diets. They're actually part of our memories, our habits, and in some cases, our identity. But behind the funny stuff is a much deeper issue. Ultra-processed foods are hijacking our biology.
Viper, no! Swiping! You're too late!
Have you ever felt like you can't satiate? Like when you're eating popcorn or Doritos, you just can't stop? Well, that's exactly what they're aiming for, and that's where that Pringles slogan came from. Honestly, it's not your fault. This type of food, UPFs, might be designed to make you overeat. What are ultra-processed foods? Let's break it down with the NOVA classification system, which sorts our food into 4 categories. Unprocessed or minimally processed. Think of apple off a tree or a carrot from the ground. Zero processing, raw food, whole fruits, vegetables, meat, fish, eggs, and grains. 2, processed food. This is the majority of our food. If that apple gets chopped up or that carrot gets sliced, anything to create bread makes it processed. There's really nothing wrong with processed food as long as it's not processed too much. Just a simple few ingredients. The 3rd category is processed culinary ingredients, which are oils, butters, sugars, and salt that are necessary for cooking. The 4th category is ultra-processed food, which is highly condensed with sweeteners, additives, and here's the truth. UPFs are kind of like UFOs. UFOs are unidentified flying objects. We don't really know what they're made of. They're ultra-processed foods, and half the time, we don't know how they affect our body. So if you can't make it in the kitchen, should you really be eating it? These foods are loaded with substances that chemically alter our brain and how our brain responds to hunger and satiety, which basically is taking over our autonomy. They're designed to make you eat more and feel less satiated, and that's not by accident. That is a business model. Let me tell you how this changed everything for me. I read about a study in 2019 that was published by the National Institute of Health. Researchers locked a bunch of adults into a metabolically locked ward so they could monitor precisely every bite, every gram of carb, sugar, and fat. Here's what they found. When participants were fed an ultra-processed diet, they ate an average of 508 calories a day per more, compared to a group that ate minimally processed foods. Same macronutrients, same calories, but the people that were eating the ultra-processed foods ate more without even trying. Let that sink in, an extra 500 calories a day. You might not think that that's much, but that extra bag of chips or the couple cookies that you have every single day, that's an extra pound of fat gained every week. 500 calories a day times 7 is 3,500 extra calories. Ultra-processed food are designed to override your brain's natural satiety signals. I'm sure you've all heard of the GLP analogs. GLP is a hormone. It's a peptide, glucagon-like peptide, that is responsible for making your body feel full. Remember, we naturally create GLP, and there's emerging evidence that UPFs can negatively alter our gut hormones, including GLP-1. They're low in fiber, low in protein, and high in refined carbs, sugar, and additives. Your body isn't stupid. It's just confused. You're eating and your body's still asking, where is the nutrients? Where is the fullness? So you keep eating. Remember, this isn't about weight. It's about long-term consumption of ultra-processed foods, which have been linked to obesity, type 2 diabetes, hypertension, dementia, decline, earlier mortality. Your body is fighting for vitality, so create an environment that's working for you, not against you. This isn't about fear, it's about freedom. You don't have to be perfect, but you do need to be aware. And here's how to start. Swap out one ultra-processed snack for a whole food. Read your ingredient labels. If you don't understand it or wouldn't be able to cook with it, try not to eat it. If you're craving something really sweet, try whole foods versions first. Every small decision is a vote for the kind of future that you want. Look, I still think about flaming hot Cheetos sometimes. And now I understand what they really were: a dopamine bomb, a trap. And I want more for myself. I want more for you too. You deserve to feel strong, clear-headed, and fully alive, not sluggish and stuck. So own your health, own your future. I'm Dr. Scheherazade Khan. Subscribe, share, and come back next week for more real talk on longevity and lifestyle.